Welcome to the Crop Insurance Podcast. I'm Mike Rydell, a third-generation crop insurance agent here to make federal crop insurance less confusing and more useful. Whether you're a seasoned grower or just getting started, we're here to help you stay covered and confident in every season. Today's episode is brought to you by the Crop West Insurance Group, your agent-friendly crop insurance group. If you want more support, smarter marketing, and better tools to help grow your agency, Crop West's expert team has your back. Visit cropwestinsurance.com to level up today. Crop West Insurance is an equal opportunity provider and employer. Welcome back to the Crop Insurance Podcast. I'm your host, Mike Rydell. In today's special edition, we're going to be talking about the Farmer Bridge Assistance Program, or the FBA. You've probably seen it in the news, so we thought we'd go over some high-level concepts of how the program works. So, what is the FBA program? Well, think of the FBA as a temporary lifeline. It's designed to help farmers, especially row crop producers, get through market disruptions, high input costs, and lingering fallout from inflation and trade issues. So here's the big number. There's $11 billion that's being allocated to support producers of barley, corn, wheat, soybeans, cotton, peanuts, rice, and a whole bunch of other row crops. This is also including the lesser discussed crops like flax, chickpeas, mustard. So this is very broad reaching. So what is the goal? Well, this is about helping you, the farmer, make it through 2025's crop year without having to completely overhaul your operation, especially as the new One Big Beautiful Bill Act, or the OBBBA, begins to reshape ag policy heading into 2026. How will the payments be calculated? Now, this is probably a big one that you're wondering about. Now, there is not full guidance out on the USDA website yet. They indicated that will be coming out in later December. Today is December 9th, so I would imagine in the next couple of weeks we will see more guidance on that. But currently, the USDA says the formula they're going to use is going to be a uniform formula based on modeled losses, not actual yield losses. So what does that mean? It means your FSA reported planted acres will matter big time. They'll calculate payments using Economic Research Service cost of production estimates and the WASDE yield and price data, and some solid economic modeling magic behind the scenes. So this is why you must have your 2025 acres reports filed accurately by 5 p.m. Eastern on December 19th, 2025. If that deadline slips by, you may not be eligible. And yes, you can thank your crop insurance agent later for the reminder. Now, if you already reported all your acres and you're done with the 2025 crop year, there should be nothing to worry about, as most of you have already reported your acres for the 2026 crop year. But if there was anything outstanding, that needs to be wrapped up and finalized by December 19th for the 2025 crop year. One big difference between this FBA program and the programs like SDRP, ECAP, and all these other programs is there's no crop insurance linkage, but they're still highly recommending that you carry a crop insurance policy going forward. Now, that's a surprising aspect of this program. While they're not requiring it, they're highly recommending or strongly encouraging you to continue to carry crop insurance. Why? Well, that's because the new One Big Beautiful Bill introduces additional incentives and protections in future years. Now, we've done previous podcast episodes on this, so make sure you're going back and looking at those or listening to those, as we covered a little more in depth, but there's a lot of positive changes to crop insurance that's starting in 2026 to make it more affordable and a stronger program for you, the producer. Like I mentioned, there's not a ton of guidance out there on the USDA website, but what we can gather from different interviews and different news sources is the key limits and eligibility. Let's talk about eligibility and some of the limits. Well, there's going to be a $155,000 payment cap per producer or legal entity and an adjusted gross income cap of $900,000. So it's not a wide open barn door. There's still some real guardrails here in place. Also, the USDA will be using pre-filled applications. That's what we mentioned, that December 19th deadline, which should streamline the process. It's not clear exactly how or when those are going to roll out, but keep an eye on your mailbox and your inbox from the local FSA offices. Now, a little bit of the politics behind the program. The FBA is part of a broader relief plan announced by President Trump and Secretary Brooke Rollins, aiming to stabilize the farm economy as we transition into this new Farm Bill era. Now, I know they say new Farm Bill era. We don't have a new Farm Bill technically, but all the changes in the one big beautiful bill, those changes are dramatically increasing the affordability of crop insurance, availability, and strengthening some of those programs. And those are all going to start kicking in along with the higher reference prices and stronger trade protections that are supposed to start kicking in around October of 2026. And now, while the politics behind it and the discussion may be hot, the payments are very real. Expect the first round of payments to be hitting accounts, they say, as soon as February 28th, 2026. With estimates of what your payments might look like, that's going to hopefully be coming before the end of this year. So in the next 2 or 3 weeks, the FSA, or I should say the USDA, should be releasing some calculators to help you kind of gauge what your payments will be so you can budget accordingly and then hopefully be receiving some of those payments around the end of February, first part of March of next year. So what should you do now? Well, here's what I recommend you do today. Verify that your 2025 acreage reporting with FSA is already done before December 19th. Again, if you've already gone through your 2025 crop year, you've already been paid losses, or you're working on finalizing those claims, you've already reported your 2025 production to your crop insurance agent, in theory, you should have nothing to worry about as all of those acres are already through to the system. If your crop insurance agent uses accuracy like I do, that information is automatically pushed to FSA, so they should have everything on file. If you're at all worried about it, contact your local FSA office to make sure they have those acres. But if you participate in federal crop insurance, they should already have that information, as we're already into the 2026 crop year. You definitely want to make sure you're keeping good records of your planted acres, because documentation will be key. If there's any discrepancies, that's going to be something you're going to have to go through. But again, if you finalize your 2025 crop insurance year already through your crop insurance provider, all of that stuff's already been done. Nothing to worry about there. Go ahead and talk to your crop insurance agent about the One Big Beautiful Bill tools that might be available to help you in 2026 and beyond. And if you need more references, just go back and listen to our previous episodes about the One Big Beautiful Bill. And there's a little more details there that'll help you figure out what you want to do for next year. And finally, the biggie is be on the lookout for your pre-filled FBA application from the USDA. That should be coming out here, hopefully, by the end of the year, the first part of next year. But again, that December 19th deadline is the first thing you need to worry about. But if you participate in crop insurance, you should already be taken care of there. One key note here is to remember that the FBA is designed to keep your operation going, not to replace smart planning. So treat it like a bridge and not a foundation. All right, well, that's a wrap for today's special edition. Happy holidays to you and your family, and make sure you stay tuned, as we're going to have some fun holiday episodes coming out shortly. But just make sure you keep on top of the Farmer Bridge Assistance Program. You can always go to the USDA's website. We'll be posting links in the comments and in the description, so that you have direct access to the website to find those, hopefully, calculators soon, more rules and guidelines. We hope you've learned a lot about the FBA program. Make sure that you share this with your friends and neighbors so we can keep the farmers educated. So until next time, this is Mike Rydell. Thank you very much for listening and happy holidays. From my family to yours, thank you for tuning in. If you found this helpful, please subscribe and share with a neighbor. Visit www.cropinsurancepodcast.com for more episodes, articles, and tools. For full policy details, always check the crop insurance provisions or speak with your local crop insurance agent. This institution is an equal opportunity provider and employer.